Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, I'm playing for a series of videos I've been doing for a little while now. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie, I sure am hungry, and I'd like a fancy sandwich. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there, I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering around about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck, and whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today, folks? That actually hurt my eyes to do that when I did the thing. Boom! It's my Stellar Circuit shirt. But what is Stellar Circuits? I hear you cry. Well, obviously you're not watching enough of my videos, because I've definitely gone on about Stellar Circuits quite a few times. They are a sort of, for lack of a better specific genre, kind of a progressive metal band out of North Carolina. I became aware of these guys a few years ago through a Facebook ad, and then, you know, it really just kind of lucked out where, like, just not too long after that, they were playing a show by me. It was in a tattoo parlor of all fucking places, and it was incredible. Like, all the bands that night were actually really good, but man, oh fucking man, like, Stellar Circuits just blew me away. I thought their stuff was incredible, and as time has gone by, I've seen them multiple times. They've put out, you know, multiple albums now. They're on album number 2, and like, they're just so good. On top of that, they're really nice guys. Every time I, you know, go out to see them, we chat and, you know, catch up with what's been going on. They're good people. I like them so much. I actually have videos of their performances on my channel, just in case maybe you want to check them out. If nothing else, I'd be more than happy to kind of point you in the right direction as far as their music goes, because I think they're an incredible band. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? Fancy sandwich, eh? Now, the one thing I will say, I mentioned that I was hungry at the beginning of this. I'm actually not, because I just had a really filling bowl of noodle soup, specifically from a new local spot called Boom Pho Lime, or Faux Lime, depending on, you know. And if you're unfamiliar, by the way, pho, it's like a special Vietnamese dish. It's kind of like their version of ramen. It's, you know, like a noodle-based soup. I just got through reviewing their premium pho, so go watch that video. And I'll be honest with you, that filled me up quite a bit. But I do have another thing to review, and, well, fancy sandwich gonna fancy sandwich. So, boom! And what is this? This is their house special banh mi. And I have heard, and I don't know if this is true or not, but I'd heard that the way that the banh mi came about was that when you had, like, Americans and, like, people from, you know, the West who'd go over to Vietnam, they would want, like, burgers and stuff, and the Vietnamese people weren't really familiar with that type of cuisine. So they tried to basically come up with something that would be along those lines, and banh mi sandwich. Let's take a look at it. By the way, okay, it's got a thing. The house special consists of pickled carrots, cucumber, cilantro, jalapeno, pate, and mayo. Set this up. Ooh. I do so love a good banh mi. The only thing is, they didn't say what kind of meat it is. I have not been able to find that. Okay. Alright, I'm guessing maybe pork, like, something like that. Alright, let's kind of, and then it's, like, served on, like, a French roll. Well, it definitely went heavy on the pickled cucumber, or the pickled carrots and cucumber, so it'd be kind of hard to get, like, a thing. But we'll do it like this. We'll go, ha 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 ha! And now, this is a banh mi, but for all intents and purposes, I'm considering it a sub sandwich. And what with it being a sub sandwich, I do have to preface it with 3 things real quick. Number 1 is that for over 3 years now that I've been doing this show, I've been going over there, I've been going out on sub sandwich adventures. What that means is I've been going out to basically every place that sells sub sandwiches, be they chain locations, Walmart, break room at my office, wherever they have them available, I've been trying them, I've been reviewing them, I've been posting them to my YouTube channel. And then that's where the second thing comes to play, because I'm such a nice guy, I don't just post them to my YouTube channel. I actually have an entire playlist called subs for subs, that is where my sub sandwich reviews go. At the time I'm doing this, folks, I have over 100 sub sandwich reviews in that playlist. But maybe that's not enough for you. Maybe you want more sub sandwich goodness. That's where number 3 comes into play, because all you have to do is wait until Sunday. Why? Because Sunday is sub day. That is the day when I go over there and I review my sub sandwiches, post them on there every day, or every Sunday since I started it. You're getting a sub sandwich review. But let's get to the thing. I've been yammering for way too long. So, it's a lot of bread. I want to kind of see if we can sort of get this a little bit. I'm guessing, yeah, it looks like maybe like a barbecued style pork or something. Try a little bit of the... Okay. Yeah, I'd say like probably a pork. Really tasty. Almost reminds me a little bit, almost like a little bit of a teriyaki kind of thing. Got a little bit of a sweetness, a little bit of savoriness to it. Okay. Let's make it happen, Captain. All the stuff comes down. Oh. That's a good banh mi. That's a really good banh mi. Yeah, buddy. This is some good stuff right here. I like that a whole lot. And if you've never had a banh mi, the thing that makes them so great is the mix of simplicity and complexity. Like, there's a lot of moving parts, but fundamentally, none of it's all that crazy. But it's the way in which it's implemented, you know. Again, I mean, it doesn't have to be pork, but a lot of times, you know, use something like pork or something like that. You know, just a really nice, tasty meat that's going to go over there and obviously be, you know, your hero protein. But French bread is always nice, and this is properly nice French bread, too. I do appreciate that. But it's the other elements inside that really take it and make it something special. One thing that they tend to do is, again, like those pickled carrots and the cucumber. And they just bring this, like, real strong freshness and vibrancy to the experience. And they're kind of a hallmark of the banh mi experience. And for good reasons. You know, at a glance, if you're just looking at the ingredients list, you think, okay, carrots, cucumber, I guess. But no, like, you know, again, they have a nice striking flavor. And they just elevate it to such an extent. Then you've got the pate on the inside, which is really nice because that working in tandem with the pork, again, I'm calling it pork. I think it's pork. That working in tandem with whatever the meat is allows it to keep that nice savory aspect to it, even though you have like those strong, again, like really striking pickled flavors. And then kind of just going throughout it, you have this really nice mayo taste that I'm not sure if that's like a common thing or not. Like, I'm not a banh mi specialist. I've reviewed some banh mi's and I've had plenty in my day, but it seems to be a little bit stronger in here than some of the other ones I've had. And actually, I really like that because it sort of acts as almost like an in-between between the more savory elements and those, again, like those more striking fresh elements. This is really tasty. Thing is, you have really fresh elements, you have really tangy elements, nice savory elements, there's sweetness. It's a lot of things packed into a sandwich. And when it's done right, plus it has a little bit of a kick to it too. This is a very good banh mi. I like this banh mi a whole bunch. Yeah, boy. I like that. There's nothing I dislike about that and everything that I love about it. All right, well, since this review is going super long, 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Absolutely and absolutely. As much as I enjoyed the pho, and I did, it was a good pho, I did mention the fact that, like, I've been to other pho places where, maybe the pho was a little bit more to my palate one way or another, even though I enjoyed the overall experience. With this, I would honestly put this up there with any banh mi that I've had. Like, the complexity of the flavors, everything that it's done, like, if it's not my favorite banh mi that I've had, it's certainly in contention, and I was a little bit worried when I saw, like, the amount of the pickled carrots and everything. I was like, okay, is this going to work? But no, like, there's so much going on, and yet it's still really well balanced and really well presented. I think that's fantastic. In fact, if you watch my channel, you might know where I'm about to go with this. I'm calling that the business. And folks, when I refer to something as the business, that means that it's fundamentally pretty much a perfect item. It's structurally so well put together that I can't help but just, give it that extra shout out. And I'm going to call this, like, yeah, again, you could do little things here or there, you could tweak stuff, but, like, every mouthful of that was delicious. Every mouthful well represented all the flavors. I loved it. And if I'm recommending it, I absolutely would. Like, if you've never had a banh mi sandwich, you are genuinely missing out. And don't look at it from the perspective of, oh, it's just a sandwich, I've had sub sandwiches, blah, blah, blah. This is a whole other experience. And do not accept a substitute. Like, I reviewed a 7-Eleven banh mi at one point. No. Go to a proper place, like Pho Lime, get it done by, people who know what they're doing. And I promise you, you won't regret it. But 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of the month, stupendous rest of the year. Folks, go over there, have yourselves a truly banh mi-tastic rest of your life, because banh mi's are just fucking delicious. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do it all the time, I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully, do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. And, folks, I really do always have to highlight this. Support your local food scene. Especially when you get a new place that comes in. Like, that's when, places like that, they're most shaky, and that's when they need that support the most. Once they've spent some time, you can build up and, establish repertoire in the community and stuff, still support them, but when you see new spots, give them a try, see what they're about. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But anyway,